You are now tuned into the Hustle Reset Podcast with your host, Mike Bands.
Yo, what it do, what the business is. Right now, y'all tuned into the Hustle Reset Podcast, and I am your host, Mike Bands. And today, we got a real special episode. I really don't normally have guests on my show. I like it to be a one-man show, but this person that I'm bringing on, I've been intrigued by her ever since I ran into her. So I wanted to bring her on the show so she could talk a little bit about what she got going on, because she is the true definition of the Hustle Reset. So I'm gonna let her introduce herself. Go ahead and tell them who you are.
Hi, I'm Cherie, and I own CB'S TAVERN here in Winston-Salem. And Bands and I have known each other, I don't know, a few years now?
Yeah,
a few years now.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm just here to see what Bands has to say.
Oh, well, no, I'm here to see what you got to say.
Wait.
Now, I think we met at Village Tavern first.
No, I think you had a battle rap at my bar 5-6 years ago.
Was that before Village Tavern?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why. I always thought we met at at Village Tavern first, and then.
No, that was after.
Oh, okay. My mind be. But
it was about the same time though. So
okay, so
yeah.
Okay, so the chain of events, I got them a little bit mixed up. Yeah. All right, so
it's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. It definitely has been a while. It's been a pleasure, knowing you for the years that we've been.
Until just now, when you realized that you didn't even know what my name was.
I know, yeah, I've been saying this Cherie. So I've been pronouncing her name wrong this whole time. Everybody, yeah, I'm finna say I'm not the only one, because I hear everybody call you Cherie.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and tell the world what your name really is.
My name is Cherie.
That is crazy.
My parents are Cherie and Cherie. One of them says Cherie, one of them says Cherie. But when I was growing up, we lived in the country, and so they said Cheryl.
Cheryl.
So my brothers literally call me Cheryl. So look, I just stuck with Cherie. It's a lot easier.
It is a lot easier. But I mean, now that I know, I kind of want to start calling you Cherie.
It's funny because there's about 10 people that do, and they'll come in here, everybody will turn around and look.
Yeah, they're like, who's Cherie? Hold on. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. So how I normally do it on the show, I always have my bottle of champagne. My champagne be my co-host, but I have Cherie on the show. Cherie on the show, and she wanted to. Since she owns a bar, she wanted to be the one to provide the drinks for the show. She got me drinking a little something that I normally drink, like tequila. So what we drinking right here? We're
drinking bourbon.
Bourbon.
And a bourbon whiskey.
Okay.
So you got Maker's Mark.
Maker's Mark.
Cheers. This is a big girl drink.
A big girl drink. What about for the man though? Is this a big boy drink?
No, it'll make you, yeah.
It'll put some hair on my peaches?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Don't talk to me about what you did later.
Oh, I like this. It's a little subtle. It ain't too strong. Mm-hmm. What you mix that with? Because that's mixed with something. Okay, yeah, I knew it was mixed with a little something. But it's still strong though. It's still strong. And I'm gonna tell you what I did later. Hopefully it ain't nothing too crazy. Because I've been drinking tequila since we started.
You can have a problem with this.
Yeah, it's gonna be dangerous.
This is for big
you gonna see? Because I'm going up to CB's when I leave from here. I gotta end my night at CB's tonight. But speaking of CB's, I want to get into the topic of this episode. The topic of this episode is called Last Call, and it's stories from behind the bar. You feel the title? Like that?
It was great. You did a great job.
I appreciate that. I don't know. It's in me. It didn't really. It didn't take too much to come up with it.
It was fantastic.
I appreciate it. So I really want to get into what made you want to get into that industry, opening up a bar. Like, what made you want to do that?
Well, that's a funny story too. So I used to be a financial analyst, and I hated it. It was terrible.
For the people that don't know, because I don't know, so tell the people too. Right. What is a financial analyst?
Well, I specifically was compensation. So I analyzed data and set up compensation pay for different groups. It was for Baptist Hospital at the time, but
okay,
it was terrible. I hate corporate America. I just hated it. So I decided that I was like, I think I want to wait tables. And everybody in my family was like, what the hell is wrong with her? She's gonna wait tables. Like, you went from, I was the fast track person at the time.
Yeah.
In my job. So they were like, you left? I was like, I hate it. I just hate it.
Yeah.
So then I started waiting tables, and I bartended within like 6 months. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to open a bar one day, and it's going to be called Bottoms Up.
I like that.
So it stuck. And so I was like, you know what, I'm going to open a bar. And everybody's like, nah, she's not going to do that. And so I decided to open a bar.
So you went against what everybody said that you weren't.
That's exactly what I always do.
I do that. I do that. I always do that. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So Bottoms Up. Why Bottoms Up? That's your last name, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's why I said I like that. I just wanted to wear it enough.
But then I was like, well, Bottoms Up, that sounds like a gay club, which I wouldn't.
Okay.
I would do a gay club. But it was like I didn't want it to be like into one group. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where CB's like, we don't care where you come from.
Right.
We don't do none of that.
Right.
Everybody's friends and family in here once you walk in that door.
All walks of life is accepted.
Yeah.
Right?
So we don't do. So I was like, I don't want to like label it that. And then plus, believe it or not, trying to get permits or doing something and you have something that says that on the outside, people or the city look at you different too.
Right.
So you're just setting yourself up for more things you got to explain, you know.
Right.
It would have been a good strip club name too.
Bottoms Up is definitely crazy.
Yeah.
You should probably, as soon as it's over with, you should probably trademark that so nobody else take that name.
Yeah. And so I am getting a new logo made up that'll have CB's, but it'll have the Bottoms Up with it too. So yeah.
I like that. I like that. So getting into the bar industry, is that the correct terminology? The bar industry or
service industry?
The service industry. Okay. Before we get in that, you say you started out waiting tables. How was that experience for you?
I love waiting tables.
It's fast money, right?
It is really good money.
Yeah.
And that's what's so funny is everybody looks at you like you're like, oh shit, you're like the help. And so wait a minute, you were like in meetings with all these big people and next week you're waiting tables. Like they really thought I was crazy.
Right.
And but I was like, I make more money now than I did then. And you don't pay taxes on cash, you know? Yep. So let's just be honest here. That's the smarter move.
Yeah.
So I got to make my schedule up. And you work 3 days a week and make the same amount of money as a corporate job. So
right.
I just budgeted well. Right.
And see, me personally, I redirected the conversation back to that question because I did used to wait tables. I don't know if you know or not. That's how I met Mikey.
My man, that's right. T and Mikey and all.
Yeah, I used to work at Chili's. I used to wait tables at Chili's.
You were at Chili's. Oh my God, I forgot about that.
And you know what? When I first started.
Oh God, I do remember that.
Yeah, I was a lot skinnier back then, so you probably don't know.
You were different.
Yeah, I was different. You were. I didn't have a beard. I had a little guidance counselor goatee.
Like, oh my God, I just realized that's.
Yep. I used to wait tables at Chili's, and I'm not gonna lie. When I first started, I felt so like that job was so degrading when I first started because I was making really, really, really good money doing what I was doing. Then I had some hiccups happen over there, and I was just like, I'm gonna get in barber school, but I need to figure out a job that could work around my schedule.
Yeah.
So I met this dude. I don't know if you know Benito.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I barely knew him. We both did music, and he was like, "Bro, my job hiring, Chili's hiring." So he ended up getting me on at Chili's or whatnot, and I was so like distraught having to wait tables. But when I got in there, I was like, "Yo, this the most money I've ever made this fast." I would leave work with 100, 200.
It's like street money for real.
Yeah, it is. Man, that's all about
it. It really is.
It's all about how you hustle when you in there. You make as much money as your personality, but you gotta have that personality for it too. Yep. And then you gotta be able to weed through the bullshit because you're gonna have people that come in there and don't tip. Waiting tables really taught me how to tip because I used to be a horrible tipper. Kay will tell you. I used to be a horrible tipper because I used to tip $3
on everything.
Yeah, because I was like, shit, damn. Because I used to think that servers made a regular salary
like on hourly and then tipped on top.
But what is like $2 an hour?
$2.
Yeah. So now I respect any server now because I actually was in the service industry. So I definitely respect that, and I respect your hustle too and how you transferred waiting tables over to what you're doing now. So to get over to back to that, do you own any other businesses?
I did. I had another bar that we had a fire in, and then we just decided to walk away from the building. There was a lot of stuff to do there.
Oh, okay.
Like the building needed a lot of maintenance.
Okay.
But I have real estate, and so that's my current side.
Yeah, and I know real estate to be pretty profitable. My financial advisor, who I work with very closely, he told me I need to start. Well, I do now. I trade. I do day trade and I do long-term trades, and I own my own business. He said the next step is real estate. Anybody who owns a business or whatever need to get into real estate. How you feel about that?
Oh, you can never go. Well, you can't go wrong with real estate, but you can't go wrong with real estate. Like it's something tangible that you own. It's yours.
Right.
And so it doesn't matter what interest rates are. There's always an argument of, well, first off, they're never going to be 3% again. Right. So everybody needs to get that out of their head. That's not happening.
What's the interest rate right now?
5 to 7, 5.5, I think might be the lowest. But that's
no matter the credit score. Or?
No, yeah. I mean, this is 6 to 7. You're going to do good.
Okay.
But that's going to be what it's going to be.
Okay.
It's not like it may come down a point or so. But it's not going to be anything drastic.
Okay.
Right now's the time to buy, though, if you're going to buy.
You think so?
Absolutely. Give it one more month. And the market's about to, it's going to trend very sharply that way. Cause now it's time to buy. Because
I know some people, they bought some houses in like 2018 for like $150,000. A nice house, 4-bedroom house. And
no 150. No.
Yeah, now one of my friends just sold his house for $275,000. That is crazy.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. So a person that paid $150 for their house, they sold it for $275. The person that bought the house for $275, when the market changes,
the market's pretty much set now.
Oh, so you don't think
it won't go? It's going to bottom out a little bit. So what's going to not here?
Okay.
Markets are bottoming out right now in Florida, Texas, DC, California. They're bottoming. Like dirt cheap.
Okay.
And that's because there's insurance purposes and all kind of other stuff going on with that.
Yeah.
But here, give it a month, let the new administration settle in, and figure out what's going to happen there, and I'd start looking. If you're in a position to look, I know a realtor. His name's Tadeo Morera.
Yep. He's a good realtor.
He is. Yeah. Realtor. So
I get his emails every morning.
Yeah, me too.
He persistent.
I always I get them every day.
Yeah.
So but you should invest in yourself, and real estate is investing in yourself.
Yep. See, that's why I got on the show, the Hustle Reset. She got so many hustles. She got the bar going on. She do real estate. Like that's why I had to bring her on. And she peeped what I was doing. Like my very first episode, and she was like, "Yo, I want to come on your podcast." I thought she was playing. She said, "I want to come on your podcast," but look, she here now, and I appreciate that. I really do. So I want to wing it back to the bar. Like, what's like some of the biggest challenges that you don't face since like owning a bar?
Well, you babysit drunks literally every day of the week, so it's like herding cats. They like to talk back, and so no. It is a commitment. Everybody thinks, oh, this is a bar, and how fun is that? It's not that fun. You are literally responsible for everybody all the time.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. You're responsible for everybody. And they're going to act crazy at some point, because that's the whole reason they needed to get out. They needed to get out of their safe space. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, yeah.
Okay. Now, I don't think I've ever acted up at your bar ever. Have I?
No.
I'm finna say if I did, don't say it on camera. No.
Do you remember that conversation? I walked in one day. You were in there. It wasn't many people in there. Louis was sitting there, and when I walked in, I walked by you, and you said, "Cherie, I gotta talk to you." I was like, "Okay." And it was just random. I don't know if you remember this. And you said, every time you walk in the door, I sit up straight and I put my hands.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Do you remember that? And you were like, I put my hands on the bar and I make sure I don't have nothing on me.
Because it's like when a principal walk into the class, it's like, oh shit, Cherie, we got to straighten up. And we in here drinking. It's like, what the fuck is we straightening up for? We came out to drink. This is her establishment. She probably seen us on the cameras anyway. We've been cutting up before she even got here.
Oh my God.
But that's the type of vibe you gave off. Like, it's like, that's good though, because people, they straighten up and act right when you walk in the building.
I was like, oh my God, do I really do that?
Yeah.
But then I was glad that I did that.
Yeah, that's.
But you have to be that all the time, though. Is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because people respect you more when you give off that aura. Because me, I own a business, and I think because I'm so young, a lot of my employees, they respect me, but they look at me as like little brother or like they grandson or they son. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying now to demand that respect that you give off when you walk into the...
You ain't got to demand it. You never have to demand respect.
I like that.
You don't.
I like that.
I mean, because you're going to get respect because you don't have to demand it.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm going to note that now. You don't have to demand respect. It should just be a given. Yeah, your aura should just...
I mean, I have to admit now, that is a hot button for me.
Yeah.
I can be fine. I can be chill. Mm-hmm. But the minute I feel that respect, switch, I was like, oh, I had a little switch there go off. And I didn't mean for that to come out like that.
So do you have trouble with like your employees, like, and some of your regular bar guests, like confusing like y'all's friendship with the actual business side of things?
It can get cloudy sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm never not in control. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. I might do it a different way than most people. People don't understand. I'm not going to handle, like, and you're learning, I learned this through the years. It's not like something I just knew. Mm-hmm. You can't treat all the employees the same because they're not the same.
Right.
It's like your children. You love your children, but they're not the same.
That's a fact.
So, I might be lenient or do something over here for this employee, and the other employees are, why'd you do that? Well, I've already been doing stuff for you that they don't know about. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I may know something that's going on in their life or some personal stuff that none of the other employees need to know about.
Right.
So you don't know why. So I'm always going to have a personal relationship with all of my employees.
So speaking of personal relationship, how do you balance your personal life versus your business life? While you managing a bar and stuff like that.
Oh no, you know that. What do you know about me personally?
I don't know nothing about you personally. I do know something about you personally, but not nothing personal. I know. No. I think I know where you stay because you stay in my grandma's neighborhood.
Yeah, but the point is that what do you know about me personally?
Nothing.
Okay.
At all.
Go ask some other people and see what they say.
But how do you manage that though? How do you keep that separate?
That's a good question. I'll tell you what. I've always had a rule. That's where bartenders get caught up. I'll tell you the difference between a bar owner and a bartender. Is bartenders like to hang out with their bar guests. Mm-hmm. They like to be on the other side of the bar.
Yeah.
I never like to be on the other side of the bar.
So that's the difference because you own the bar.
So, and I've always been like that. Even like when I was, so it was like a show, like it's like your production, like you just said. You walk in, you get behind that bar. This is my audience for tonight. When I leave, it stays here.
Right.
I rarely hung out. I never did all that when I was coming up, you know. Plus I had children. A lot of them.
I know, I think two of your kids. I seen two of them.
Well, yeah,
I know one of them because I think me and her are about the same age. Then I seen, I don't know what age he is, but I see his son. He comes in from time to time. He help bring like stuff in, helping you out or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's my youngest.
Okay, how many kids do you have, if you don't mind me asking?
So I have two that I've birthed.
Okay.
And then I have a lot that I helped raise.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there's three others that lived with me, and then I had a grandson that I raised for several years.
Okay.
I mean, you know her. It's Shauna, and then Patience. Yeah. I'm sure you know both of them. Mm-hmm. And then I have three boys. I have two boys, and then my son that I birthed. That's the one you see. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. It's actually good.
I know
this is good. Do you have more ginger ale?
Yeah, I have a ginger ale there.
I hate to ask.
Yeah, he's about to go get us some ginger ale.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey yo. I didn't even have to ask. I hate to turn him into that because he's doing so. And normally I have a little staff here, but they had some little stuff they doing. They had a little Christmas.
It's not Christmas.
I mean, not Christmas. I'm sorry. They had a little program at church. I'm sorry. They had a program at church that they had to do, and I couldn't get them out tonight. I appreciate it. Maker's Mark. Yeah. That is crazy. I think I maybe had this once before.
Yeah. Oh no, I told you it's a big girl drink.
Yeah, I like this. This is real good.
You have to go to Cigar Lounge when we go down there.
Yeah, I feel like I want a cigar, like drinking. It's like
that's exactly what it is. Yeah, we go hang out at the Cigar Lounge and drink.
That's cool. Which one you go to?
Top Leaf.
Now I think I heard you got to have like a membership or something to get in there, right? Okay.
And you should.
Yeah, going to places like that.
You should. but it's not expensive. So I mean, yeah, and I know the owners, and we all push each other. You know, it's not like, oh, don't go over there, because we're completely different.
So speaking of having a membership to get in there, what like makes you
do not? Okay, so it used to be a law that if you weren't like a restaurant that served alcohol, you had to have a membership. So you'd log in. You remember going to break time and some of the old bars.
Yeah, you had that.
Or you'd have to have a card to get in. And we did that too for several years because that's what you were required to. Now it's not even that. So now you can be a private club, and that's what the cigar lounge is. I'm a private bar. So that's the difference.
Okay, so
there's different types of bars too.
So speaking of a private bar, I got a question that I really want to ask you. I gotta know the answer to this. During COVID, a lot of all the bars were shut down. Bars was losing business. How was you able to?
I had a kitchen.
Ooh, y'all, when I tell y'all,
I had a kitchen.
Every bar, every club in Winston-Salem was shut down, but CB'S Tavern was open throughout the whole pandemic. And man, when I tell you, it used to be lit. It was jam packed. The parking lot people used to have to park in the overflow in other people's establishments parking lots. You had to damn near take a shuttle to get down there. Like that's what I always wanted to know. How was you able to?
It was
sell?
because I had a kitchen.
That is dope. I like that.
Yeah. They didn't have stuff set up for us to succeed. And a lot of bar owners they were struggling. We all were struggling.
Some bars,
I'm paying bills in 2 different places. My house, I'm out of work, and I didn't get not one dime from the government. I didn't take a dime. So I did all that by myself. Like literally by myself, working. And that was when I was working too. I still had another job. But yeah.
Yeah, I always thought that was dope, and I always wanted to ask you that question, like, how was it that you was able to, like, because I know bars that shut down, they closed down during COVID and never opened back up.
Because, it was hard, I'm telling you. And then but let me tell you, the people at the bar I've known for 20 plus years, probably 300 of them, literally, because I've been in this industry that long. So you build these relationships. People think that a bar is, and it is to have fun. Don't get me wrong, but it's a community. Our bar is a community.
It is.
How many people have you met that you never in a million years? Vanessa.
I love Vanessa too.
Everybody loves Vanessa.
I love Vanessa.
So the point is that you would never have a relationship with her. Or Tony, or not Tony, but like Tony and Willie, or Tony and you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole. You've got this 72-year-old real estate guy, John, who sits in there and drinks, and then you've got your corner boys in there, and they never would have met but they needed to meet. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It definitely makes sense. And I like it because of what you said, and I also like it because it's family. You make it feel so family oriented.
It should be.
Yeah, like I feel like we're related. Right. Like even though we not,
might be.
You
really
think so?
Might be.
We might be.
So.
She said, "I hope so."
But I'm gonna tell you, we're not, because I had that DNA test done, and I'm boring.
What you mean you boring?
Look, when I tell you I'm just Irish and English, that's it. Like my mama got off the boat, she was 99% English. I was like, damn.
What you did? Ancestry.com or something?
Yeah.
I'm scared to look mine up because I
think it's so cool. I wanted to be like part alien.
Really?
And I was nothing but Irish and English.
That is funny.
Like when they invented white people, it was us. Seriously. I didn't have any fun stuff. I wanted to be like Asian
But you just pure white.
Just white.
Man, I've never looked at mine.
I think it's so cool. Wouldn't that be cool to find out like you're from Egypt?
Yeah, I might be. I think I got a little bit of white in me though.
I think I'm Egyptian. I think they lied.
Yeah, you give off a little Egyptian vibe.
Yeah, I think it lied.
Yeah, you give off a little Egyptian vibe.
But it did have, mine was like 98%. It was like 1% Norwegian. So, like Norway and stuff. And I was like, oh, yeah, I was a Viking. Good.
Yeah, you give off Viking vibes a little bit.
It had to be something other than English and Irish.
Yeah, you give off Viking vibes a little bit. And then you got your little green on and stuff too.
Oh, yeah, I have
that's your
green on.
Irish colors.
Feral.
What? Now tell me what this shirt says.
What is it? What does it say, man? It says feral. What does that
Feral. Okay, you told me before. It means, I forgot. I ain't gonna lie. I'm finna lie.
It means wild, untamed.
Wild. Okay, wild and untamed. Man,
you don't think I'm untamed, do you?
I don't even think you wild at all. Like, I mean, maybe because you said I don't know, like your personal side, and you do a good job of keeping that from us.
Yeah,
because,
exactly.
So if you are wild, I would never know.
Like when we went to the 12 bars this year.
You didn't even get wild then.
No, I don't drink. No, I just sit here and said, what do you think the difference between a bar owner and a bartender is?
Right, but we wasn't at the bar though.
It doesn't matter. I represent the bar with all my damn employees.
At all times, you're right. I like that professionalism that you keep.
Yeah.
That's dope. I like that.
So there's a handful of people that probably really have seen me on the other side. Now, wild to me is not like, hey, let's go to the club and buy a booth. That's fucking stupid.
That is very stupid. So, you will pay a fucking mortgage buying a booth.
Yeah, stupid.
That is stupid as hell.
So, but I'll jump on a plane and go somewhere and not tell anybody where I'm going.
That's dope. That's so spontaneous.
Now, that is like better than going to the club that night. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting at. That's more me. I don't do
That's
that.
Wild though. That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, we're not like twerking on bars and shit, but I might be in Jamaica. You know what I'm saying?
But I like that though. That's so spontaneous. It's wild. It's different. I seen this movie. I think it was called Yes Man with Jim Carrey.
Oh yes.
Him and his girl.
I love
in
that
the movie.
Actually,
they was just like, yo, let's just go to the airport and just whatever flight is available, let's just hop on.
You know, I did that for our birthday this year.
Really? How was it?
So, the day before my birthday, I got up, and a friend of mine was going with me to. Her birthday's the day after mine, so it was like perfect. I already knew we were going somewhere, but I said we're gonna go. We're leaving, and she was like, "All right, where?" And I was like, "San Diego." So she looked up the tickets, got the tickets.
Yeah, I just hopped on the flight
and then we didn't have a room. But I did reserve a car. Well, if you go to California, I feel like you should drive a convertible, especially if it's a girl trip. So we got a convertible and we just took off. And we ended up in different places, and that's where we stayed.
That is dope.
And it was the funnest shit I think I've ever done.
Because it's just like out the blue, just fun. I've never done anything like that, but when I seen that movie, I was like, I want to try that. I just want to go to the airport one day with no destination.
Let me tell you what we're doing next week. You should do it then with us.
I can't.
Yeah, you can.
I can't.
I promise you can. We go early.
Oh, y'all going out of town?
No.
Oh, I thought y'all was going out of town. Okay.
No, this is something fun here. That's
okay.
You don't have to jump on a plane.
Oh, okay.
So the new thing this week is whatever restaurant we go to, we're just going to go to the restaurant and we're not getting menus at all. We're just going to tell the server or bartender, whoever the hell's waiting on us, and say, you have to, I don't know, just bring us food.
So whatever they decide to bring y'all,
no idea. And I'm not even going to tell them.
What if you're allergic to the food?
Don't do it if you're allergic.
But what if you don't? Well, okay, so if they bring out some seafood, because I don't eat seafood.
Well, then you're going to have to try it. Because guess what? You see what I'm saying?
That's wild.
Right.
That's wild.
That is wild to me.
Yeah. And
you know what I'm saying? That's
yeah. And that's
like,
conservative.
I hate mushrooms, and I can't eat an octopus.
I don't like mushrooms either. So you don't eat calamari or nothing like that?
Nah, I'll eat calamari. Squids are different.
Okay. Y'all forgive me. I don't know why I thought calamari was
It doesn't
octopus.
matter. They're all.
Yeah. Okay. But I like your wild though. Your wild is a good wild. It's not a ratchet wild. It's an adventurous wild. Like I like that. That's dope. I really love it. Like that's dope. I really need to expand my palate because I eat the regular stuff. I eat chicken and steak. Nothing different. Like
I brought you some lasagna.
You brought me some lasagna. And see, I think I ate lasagna maybe once when I was a kid. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Yep. Yeah, and I know you do a lot of cooking up there on CB's too.
I do. I have lately, anyways.
Yeah, that's what I noticed coming up there and stuff. Can you? Well, we about to see what
you
this
say.
Lasagna.
Can you?
I mean, I've never had your cooking, so we finna see. We about to see what this lasagna. Okay. We definitely about to see.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I want to get back on this bar situation because I'm so intrigued about you being a bar owner because I come to the bar and there be so many questions that I want to ask you, but you be in work mode, and so I can't just sit down and ask you these particular questions. So I want to know what's like one of the toughest encounters that you face as a bar owner? Like, what's the toughest one?
That was the shooting last year.
Okay. Well, I was gonna get to that. Yeah. So
I mean, that's it. I mean, there is nothing
All right. So you making me skip through my cue. Now we gonna get to that. Let's get to that.
I mean, you asked.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna get to that because that was deeper into the conversation. So we're gonna get to that. Let me get back to something a little bit more upbeat.
Go ahead.
But we definitely gonna get to
here.
that.
That's what a podcast is for. Go ahead, get it out.
All right. So I want to know, like, what's the wildest and most unexpected situation that you had to handle as a bar owner, other than the shooting? Like, what's just something wild, like, that you done had to?
It's always wild stuff. Like, it's literally always. The funniest one is all the people that fall. Yeah. Because bless their hearts. Yeah. Yeah.
And they asses and all of that.
It's bless their hearts.
Yeah.
But it's always. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me tell you, bartending 101 is you never get the wife's and the girlfriend's drinks mixed up.
Oh my God.
You said wildest, like what happens?
That is crazy.
So
that's crazy.
That's probably the worst thing is dealing with being at the bar and knowing you have a horseshoe bar, because you know that's what those are. Mm-hmm. And then the girlfriend and the wife staring at each other across the bar. Great. Here we go. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. They got to be good gossip for the bar, though.
Oh, we know everybody's stuff. But it's like going to Vegas.
Yeah, right. What happens?
What happens at the bar stays at the bar.
That's a great.
That's rule.
That's great.
That's rule number one. Like what happens at the bar stays at the bar. And rule number two is don't ever get the wife's and the girlfriend's drinks mixed up. Because you gonna be in trouble because somebody's about to start asking questions.
Right. Yeah.
And that has nothing to do with any of us. Again, guess what? You see that bar? That's my line.
Yep. I like that.
You on your side, I'm on my side.
So for all you bartenders out there and bar owners, and y'all know it be people sneaking and geeking at y'all bars, don't never get the wife or the girlfriend's drinks mixed up. That's important. This the first time I done heard that. That's game. That's game for y'all. That's game. Now we asked you about that. Now I want to know, like, what's one of the funniest stories that you have? Do you have like a funny story that's happened at the bar?
Well, I mean, we have funny. Well, every day we're in there. Have you ever met Vanessa in there?
Yeah, Vanessa's funny.
Every day we're in there, Vanessa's we're laughing, funny. Which I think is great that we're going to capture some of that because we literally laugh from the time we walk in that bar till we leave. That's kind of the rule in there too. So, you never know who's going to hook up sometimes at the end of the night. Yeah,
it could be crazy.
It could be. So, that's probably one of the wildest. Is like, you're like, oh. Yeah. Yeah. And it would be people you would never, ever, ever, ever guess.
And I come there a lot, and I don't know who's gonna hooked up or nothing, like ever. Like
So that's probably one of them. But
tell us somebody who don't hook. No, I'm playing. Don't tell us nobody.
No,
no, don't put that.
What did I just tell you? Bar number one rule.
Right.
What happens at the bar stays.
Yeah, I know. I had to be messy right quick. I tried to, but I knew the classiness in her and the boss in her wasn't gonna allow her to fall for that question. But if she would have failed for it, we was gonna let her tell it. But I knew she wasn't gonna do it. Though.
Yeah, you should know that.
Yeah, I know.
You're always trying. It's so funny when you guys try to catch me up because y'all all do it.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta try.
Louis, Tony, everybody.
Yeah, Louis crazy.
Oh, he is.
Louis is crazy. It's his birthday today too.
Oh my God!
Yeah. He in Charlotte. I was gonna bring him in here for his birthday, but he out of town. I'm kind of jealous because he went to a concert.
I'm not on Facebook, so I don't see anybody's anything anymore. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's his birthday today. Happy birthday to my boy Louis, to my brother Louis. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna spin a block again on your staff and on your bar regulars because it is like a family vibe when I come in there. It always feel like family. Like, do you feel like they're your family?
Oh no, I've created a community on purpose.
I love that. I really love that. Like,
that's for a reason. Like, people do come to the bar. Like, we're therapists, and so some of our therapists are better than others. But they all serve a purpose for a reason. If I had all the same bartenders with the all same personalities, how fucking boring that'd be.
That would be boring as hell.
But also, it takes all of them to fill the slot I need them to be in.
Yeah, and I know you have certain bartenders work on certain nights.
I know exactly, yes.
Yeah, and I come on certain nights that certain bartenders work.
Because you know who's what and when and where. Yep. Absolutely. That's the point. And you set it up that way. Definitely set it up that way.
Yeah. It's one of your bartenders I miss. I'm not going to say their name. I'll tell you off camera. I really, really miss him. Cause he had it lit. I don't know what happened or whatever, but
we'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk. That was like, yeah. That's why I said I don't want to talk about it on camera, but I really miss him. You know what I'm talking about, right?
We'll talk.
All right, okay. All right.
But yeah. But no, I have created a community. Yeah. On purpose. I didn't think I did it on purpose years ago, but it now that I look back at it, it's like, oh, so if people have a bad day, you come in, I'm your therapist. You come in, you tell me about your shitty day as a bartender. It's like, God, whatever happened at work, I don't want to go home, because guess why you're here? You don't want to go home. Yep. So for whatever reason, either you're alone or whatever, but you stop in here, you get your medicine, I listen to you, bitch. Yeah. You feel great when you leave. Yep. You get up in the morning, do that shit all over again.
Do it all over again. Yeah. I've came there several times. Kay done asked me, like, man, I was like, what's wrong? Like, you just got this look on your face. And I'd be like, I don't want to talk about it. I give about 2-3 drinks. I'd be like, yo, Kay, like, let me tell you what the fuck going on, man. Like, I got this, that, and the third going on. And guess what? Anything that I've ever told any one of your bartenders, it never leaked. Ever. And that's what I love about it. That's why I come down there. You know, I take my breaks from time to time from coming down there, because I be trying to like stop drinking a little bit. Yeah, be a grown up and be healthy a little bit.
No, there's nothing wrong. I'm not. No, we got THC drinks now though. Woo.
When I get out probation, I'm gonna try.
Okay.
Yeah, when I get out probation,
I'm dead serious. They're awesome.
Or will they show up in my pee?
Yeah. Oh, definitely would.
Oh, they would.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I definitely.
But I wish they would hurry up and just get rid of that. Who cares?
I know it. Like,
I mean, who cares? You have it. I'm legally selling this. It's not like I'm not doing this. You know, everything is legit. So it's like, how am I getting this from a distributor? And it's not legal.
So I wonder who in charge of like making it. Is it your governor or is it the higher ups, like the president?
Okay, no. So state-wise is our state government, but that's something everybody should pay attention to. Look and see how many times last year they actually went in session to vote. And actually, legalizing weed was one of those for several years now that they have not done. And let the numbers come out from Virginia this year, from the gambling and the marijuana sales, and see what happens. They'll change their tune.
Virginia, that's a common. What is common? It's
common law, but it's still. But Virginia, let those numbers come out. They're going to switch their tune pretty soon.
Man, I hope so, because it's like...
But they don't vote on it. They literally won't. They won't show up. So we're paying all these people just not to show up to vote because they don't want to vote on something.
So I wonder, like a person that caught like maybe like a weed charge or something like that, if they legalize it...
They do, then it'll go away.
Oh, wow.
Up to a certain extent. Like, I mean, nobody's going to get off having a pound of weed on them. That's because that's considered distribution. So then, like, they want their tax money. Right. So at the end of the day, I mean, that's why they tax drug dealers. That's why they do all that, because they want their cut. Right. They don't care about what happens to people with drugs. They just want their cut.
Money. It's a money game.
They want their cut. Yeah. So, I mean, so you have to put it in their favor, like, hey, what cut do you want? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about.
Right. Okay. All right, so we're gonna switch it over a little bit. We spoke on it briefly. It wasn't time to get to it yet, but I feel like now is the perfect time. So, a young lady did lose her life at the bar, at your bar.
She did.
It's tragic. It was tragic for me to hear about it because I knew both parties involved.